Every day I wake up, this Terra Luna story just gets more interesting and interesting. I mean, look at this. In the space of 24 hours, Terra Luna's had an insane pump of 6,000%. They have a new plan, guys, and I'm going to break down what they plan to do with the new ecosystem and how much Terra you will have at the end of all of this, okay? So welcome back for this video. If you're new, drop that like, give me a subscribe if you're new watching. Guys, you guys like the Terra stories, Terra stories, and I'm bringing them to you all the time, trying to keep you up to date all on Terra right now. I've got 84,000, almost 85,000 subscribers. It'd be great to get this to 100k, so make sure you click the subscribe if you're new watching. Guys, check this out. Insane pumps in 24 hours. So Terra, what's his face? Do Kwon, is that his name? Do Kwon has decided to halt all of the minting that's going on in the Terra ecosystem. You have to excuse my cough, sore throat. What it means is that this supply was going up and up and up and up and up and up. Now it stopped at 6 trillion, almost 7 trillion. Matter of fact, we can call it 7 trillion because it's 6.9 trillion, right? Near enough. So what he's planned to do now is present something to the validators of the Terra ecosystem. If they take it, it could be a very interesting outcome for Terra. And this may be the reason why people are buying, because, you know, they might want to get some Terra back kind of thing in relation to when it migrates over to the new smart contracts. So take a look at this, right? So Do Kwon drops a post saying, there's been several community and validator groups discussing launching a fork of the Terra chain, make the ecosystem whole from the UST depegging event. So I'm assuming that if he's going to launch UST again, Luna Terra again, UST stablecoin will not be part of it. Okay, now I'm going to drop a link to this so you can read it fully, right? Because I don't want to break down this whole thing sitting there talking all day long. But this part interests me the most because he's going to go back to 1 billion tokens. Now, like I said, right now there's almost 7 trillion. So we're talking a 7,000th of the coin, right? Or, what do you call it? A decimal of 7,000. So going back, I'm going to work it out with you in a second. Because, you know, a billion, because essentially you're taking the supply right now, which is this, right? Copy this, go into the calculator real quick, I just want to show you. And then if they're going to only have 1 billion in supply, divide it by 1 billion now. What's this? A million, 10 million, 100 million, billion. You're looking at 6,907 decimals backward, okay? So that's how much is going to be detracted, deleted, extracted from your amount. Okay, so here's an example. If you had, right, 1 million, let's say you had 1,000's worth of Terra. Well, actually, right now, based on Terra supply, you can get 1 million for £436. Now, I've got to break this down in different aspects because there's people that got in the game way before the crash. So they're going to have a certain percentage. And the people that are getting in now kind of thing, I'm guessing they're going to have a certain percentage. And according to this post right here, you know, he's broken it down. So 40% goes to holders prior, 40% goes to UST holders, 100 million, which is 10%, goes to Luna holders at the final moment of the chain halt. Last minute marginal. So buyers should be compensated for their role in attempting to provide stability for the network. And then here, look, another 10% goes to the community pool and fund future development. So technically, he doesn't actually say anything about people that are buying now. But I'm assuming, because, you know, if the people are buying now, they're going to want some sort of portion, right? I'm assuming they're going to get maybe 10% of something through this, because you can't give someone 40%. So how do you work out how much you're going to have? Well, based on you getting, let's say if you was, you know, buying now and you had like, and again, this isn't going to be 100%. It's just, you know, a little bit of speculation on how realistic we could see, what we'll have in relation to Terra. If you had like, let's say you had 1 million Luna right now, it cost you 436 quid, right? You have to divide that by the decimal count, meaning Your Luna, when you finally migrate it over to the new contracts, which is only 1 billion in supply, you have to divide it by this. So you won't have 1 million. So look, watch this, 6907, right? So let's say your million tokens, you migrate it over to the new contract now, which is now 6,900 decimals back, if you know what I mean. A decimal of 6,009, you know what I mean. 6907, is that what I said? 6,907? Essentially, your million Luna will turn into 144 Luna. Now, that 144 Luna would be based on you receiving 100% of the Luna pool supply. Because he's saying that everybody that is part of the Luna ecosystem is going to have a percentage back. So you're not getting 100% of the pool, the supply. So I'm basing this on if you was to get 10%. If you was to get 10%, you'd have to now, divide that by 10%. So what are you talking? Well, times it by 0.10%. You're taking off 14 off of your total. I think that's right. So 144 take away 14. Is that right? Or if you're only getting 10%. I mean, at the lowest, you'd be looking at 14 tokens. Basically, you'd be paying 500 quid to get 14 tokens. And I'm assuming that when Terra launches again, Luna's price is going to be sitting up higher. Because if you look at the market cap now, the market cap is already a 2.7 million market cap. So it's coming back up again. So, I want to break down these things with you and show you what you may get. If it is 14 off of your 144 tokens, then, you got 144. Take away 14.47, because that's what I saw there, 14.47. You would have 129 tokens. It's one or the other, either 14 tokens or 129. Okay, just to give you a rough estimate as to what you'd have if you're, buying Luna right now at these prices that you see right here, with the 6 to 7 trillion supply. Now let's talk about the people that were holding this, because if you've been holding this, let's say you was holding this when it was like $60, $70, right before the crash. And let's say you had 1,000 tokens. Well, he's saying here, according to this, you're going to get 40%, look, to Luna holders before the depegging event. Last $1 tick before depeg on the event. So you're basically going to get 40% of the 1 billion in supply. So does that mean you basically just divide this by 40% and then your 1,000 tokens now turns to, sorry, I did it wrong. 1,000 times it by 40%. Does that mean your 1,000 tokens now means you're getting 400 tokens? Or does it mean you're getting 600 tokens? Because when you take the 400 off the 1,000, you're left with 600. Either way, you're going to be getting a minimum of 400 or, oh, I'm doing it wrong again. 400 or 6,000 tokens. Takeaway. You're either going to get 400 tokens or 600. Did I say 6,000? No, wait. You're going to either get 400 to 600 tokens if you was holding 1,000 Luna before the event. And I'm assuming that's 40%, right? If you had 10,000 Luna, you'd be getting 6,000 or 4,000. If you had 100 Luna, you'd be getting 40 to 60. Do you see what I'm saying now? This is why I'm trying to work out in my head, is it worth buying? I don't know. Time's going to tell. Look, 40% to UST holders. So people that had money in UST. Now, this one is a bit interesting because, the value of UST is $1. So like, if you had $70 or $60, one Luna token was $60. So this one's going to be an interesting one to work out how much people are actually going to get. This one I'm going to have to sit back on this and work this out once it's out to see what people are getting. And again, this is all based on if the validators accept this proposal, because they may not. But yeah, if they do, you'll have a Luna Terra back in state with 1 billion in supply. And I'm assuming the price, the market cap's going to be the same. And, we're going to be seeing no UST for this. And essentially what he wants to do is, the whole purpose of reinstating this is to have a stronger ecosystem. He's saying that the ecosystem was strong anyway, and he wants to do this for the Terra Luna support, the community, and a strong ecosystem. Remember, they got a huge ecosystem. They had so many different apps and stuff on the Terra ecosystem. So, this might help with the apps that have already been developed on it, But this is another good thing, a reason why anyone that's building an app, if you're building a project, to always have that interoperability, so you can use it on the Binance, you can use it on Terra, you can use it on ETH. It's good to have that. So, you know, because if one chain goes down, you can still work on another chain. So, you know, going forward, if you're looking to build something, just, you know, bear that in mind. We've built up one of the largest, most vibrant developer ecosystems in crypto, with some of the smallest minds in the world working on products with the best UI interfaces. Terra Station has a large install base with million-plus users across the world. Although in distress, strong brand recognition and a name that almost everyone in the world will have heard about. Well, of course, because it was all over bloody CNBC as well. So again, you can read this in your own time. I just wanted to break down what kind of you would have if you was to buy today. Is it helpful to you, this video so far? If it is, drop that like, give me a subscribe. Can't get my words out. My throat's slowly getting there. The real question is, should you be buying again? And you know, when you see pumps like this, like sometimes it's not good to buy an absolute insane pump. But this isn't investment advice. You know, do your further research before you invest your money kind of thing. But its market cap's going back up and it's not slowing down. This could potentially, I can't believe I'm saying this. This could if it goes through, it could potentially go back into the top 20 coins. Why? Because you will still have the ecosystem back. You'll have a token that gets migrated to 1 billion in supply. Everybody will be reinstated, but you probably might not get as much money as you did before. But hey, it's better than losing everything, right? Because you got to think of it like this. You woke up yesterday or the day before in your head knowing that you lost all your money. So now you might have a chance of getting maybe 40% of your money back. So that sounds a lot better than losing nothing. And the fact that people are buying Luna is building a market cap for this coin to be sitting in a good place in the charts. So let's see what happens. And I do not think it should be touching any algorithmic stablecoin for now. If anything, I can see what's going to happen. Terra Luna is going to drop a stablecoin again in the future, but it will be backed by the dollar. And you will see something saying TUSD or TEUSD or LUSD, Luna USD. That's what's going to happen. Or USDL. I think it's going to be LUSD. This is me speculating, but I think that's what's going to happen. And they're going to take a lot of the money and make sure that it's got dollars backed by it for now. That's what I think is going to happen. And then that gives them a chance, the next 2 to 3 years, to still have a stable coin. Still, people can still do what they need to do on these anchor protocols and stuff. Have a Luna token. And then that gives them time to rebuild and rethink about algorithmic stablecoins and how they can do it so they don't get exploited in the future. Guys, I'm going to leave it here. If you liked it, please drop that like. Give me a subscribe if you're new watching. Look out for the LBUSD because I think it might come. That's just my personal speculation. If you want to become a patron, I've got 7 tiers. I recommend you should do. Take your pick, right? I usually say go for my exclusive VIP partner tier. This one here, because this unlocks all my posts. You can see when I'm buying, when I'm selling, when I'm staking, all of that. If you want a little bit more, I've got a CEO tier. It gives you access to my VIP Telegram group. I talk to you way before I buy, way before I sell, way before I do anything. It's all in here. And you got high crypto profile users, big money that knows how to make money. They're sharing great projects. Don't miss out, okay? So yeah, thank you for watching. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.